The title for my film is hidden. I believe with this title and with the music of the nursery rhyme, the genre of my film is quickly put across and will create enigma codes. With my character holding a rose, this symbolises love and peacefulness, where soon after, the music reveals that this isn't the case. I have shown the location of my opening sequence with a variety of shots of the church. I believe that the graveyard has negative connotations of the horror genre, and that's reflected well due to the slow pace of the shots. I got ideas for this from the short horror film called The Woman of the Graveyard. I have placed my protagonist in the middle of these shots so it becomes a focal point, and the audience will erase the enigma codes to show how it's related to the story, and they can easily recognise who is the protagonist, compared to the antagonist, who is a lot more hidden. This also relates to the title because it could mean hidden hostility, and how the protagonist can't see the danger. I believe this works well with what is shown for the visuals, which is another convention for the horror genre. Although I wanted the lighting to be dark to represent horror, I thought I would incorporate the bright sunlight around the main character, as it would bring my audience into a false sense of hope and warmth, which is then turned around. By doing this, it brings my audience focus and helps them concentrate on the visuals, which will make them more engaged in my production. With my editing, I have put all my shots together into the storyline. The edit I decided to do was a jumpy edit. I believe this makes my audience go, "Whoa, what was that?" and this will make them get more intrigued. The way I did the jumpy edit was in two ways. The first way was by getting the same shot and place one on top of the other in my storyline. Speed up the top clip by times 20 and put the top clip with a filter of the silent era. This creates like a flickering effect of the visuals. And then the second way is to select a clip and split it 2 to 3 times and then delete the middle clip. This will create the effect of a jump cut and adds a paranormal feel to it, as follows. I've done this because I believe it makes my production less generic and more intriguing to watch. The way I've done this is that instead of having a blonde girl portrayed as a weak and vulnerable character, and then a monster comes and gets her, I have swapped around these roles so that the so-called monster is a blonde girl and the weak and vulnerable character is a male. So I'm also challenging stereotypes. I kept my main character that is an isolated location, which the conventions of horror that I kept the same. I believe this works well with my storyline and it is what my audience wants to see.